no clear focus on where I wanted to go with the rest of my life. During that time, I decided that I wanted to pursue a career in the legal field as a prosecutor, and that maybe I'm not totally wrong for the college field. I left the track program after 2 semesters with a 3.8 grade point average, and I did an internship with the state attorney's office in Florida. I got to work under the tutelage of a Naval Academy graduate, sorry Melissa, who's also a Georgetown Law graduate, and I learned an immense amount of knowledge and experience. And can't imagine how it changed my life, and I wish I could really explain that to you up here at this podium, but that'll take some time and a better vocabulary. I did mention I was a Marine, right? So from there, I'm now enrolled in the University of Louisville in Kentucky, pursuing my undergrad, and hoping to go to law school after that. And I work for the project, and my job with the project as a spokesperson is to go out and find the rest of the warriors that are like me, that came home and just kind of got confused, like, wait a minute, I thought there was this war that I was supposed to be fighting, and essentially the war's done with us, so now we have to regroup and find a different fight. That's one of the reasons that I chose the legal field. So you're still getting the bad guys, and you just don't have to dig holes and wait for something to blow up, carry a bunch of stuff around that you don't need. So suit and tie is a lot lighter, even on a day like today, than a flak jacket. It seemed to be a pretty good transition. We'll see how it pans out. But the Wounded Warrior Project as a whole, they didn't do anything for me. They laid out the tools and the resources of what I needed to develop my own plan, to develop my own solid footing and foundation, to develop a new normal. On April 25th, 2005, my world went white, and I woke up really dizzy and bloody. And one of the things that they teach you, in the military, and it's one of those unspoken lessons, is that you have to very quickly learn to make a joke of nothing funny. So when I woke up on the 25th of April, just a few moments after the second mortar had thrown shrapnel into my face and up the left side of my body, I didn't have a plan. It's not that I didn't know what to do. I knew to seek cover, but now I was bleeding, and I was disoriented. I didn't know what was going on. It was terrifying, and I will say that it put a dent in me, as well as when I went back and got some boo-boos there. And it wasn't necessarily that the people that were trying to kill me got a little bit accurate that day. It was more that this is really, really real. This is tangible now. You can feel this. And I started laughing. There's a small little zit, it looks like, on my forehead. It used to be shaped like the island of England, so I always called it my British boo-boo. But in Launchville, I had some plastic surgery, so now I get to tell people I've had work done. But I remember feeling the bandage on my head, and my face is kind of crusty, and I'm waiting on the helicopter, and I'm all jacked up on morphine. So I'm sitting there, and I just started laughing, and it was really one of the strangest moments of my life. And a couple of the other guys that were injured in the same attack started laughing too. Yeah. And as we were waiting on the helicopter in this building, and we're just laughing like a bunch of idiots. It didn't make any sense. And it wasn't until a few months ago that, just prior to me getting this job, that I was talking to a friend of mine who had a similar experience. And And he's just like, yeah, you know, as even when we were out there, you know, doing it day in and day out, we really didn't know how to react to it until, you know, it got returned to us. And that's the transition that 1 in 5 people coming home from our current theaters of operation, Afghanistan and Iraq, and now Pakistan, obviously, are coming home with, at the realization that this is really real. And it's a lot harder for some folks to make jokes about some things that aren't funny than it is for guys like me whose knuckles drag on the ground. So when the Wounded Warrior Project saw in me that I could make a joke out of nothing funny, then from there, you know, they were able to say, it's like, this guy, he will see the plan and he will be able to develop the course of action that he needs or she needs to take that next step. They give each and every veteran that comes in contact with them, whatever their issue is, that direct, singular approach, the individual warrior. You meet them where the Department of Veterans Affairs and the Department of Defense can't. They're just simply not set up for it yet. And the projects and programs that the Wounded Warrior Project is implementing are constantly evolving to meet these needs of the individual. And I can't say enough that they don't directly step in and do something for the individual. They show the individual, or the individual's family even, with their caregiver programs, that they can do this themselves. But just like a fire team or a squad or a company or a platoon of anybody, they can't do it alone. And it's that the brotherhood that I missed, you know, from the military, and it's that the camaraderie, and it's that sense of accomplishment, you know, that you get with teamwork, when 5 or 10 folks are working together on a project and it all comes together. You know, that sense of satisfaction, you don't get that when you do a report at school, or you know, you build a sidewalk. And the Wounded Warrior Project is handing that out, you know, by the fistful. And I can't say enough about how it's impacting veterans' lives. And especially in this current climate, post 9/11 America, as they call it, every one of us that ever put on a uniform knew at some point that we might be asked to cash that check, you know, and give it all for the United States. A great number of us have, and we all know somebody that has, or, you know, a family member is friends with somebody who has paid the ultimate price, or come home and they're different, they're changed. These wars, this global war on terrorism has and will continue to affect and impact every single American. Everybody knows somebody, and that's why I'm here, is because some of you know some folks out in this crowd that might be able to benefit and change their lives, improve their quality of life drastically by becoming affiliated with the Wounded Warrior Project.